Charles, are you available? I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. Let me go ahead and I'm going to stop the share here. So I want Charles to be a share on here. One moment. Guys, go ahead, put in the chat box all your fire emojis for Charles. Fire emojis, your heart emojis, put your sevens in the chat box for Charles so we can go ahead and get started. He's in the car. Move pin, spotlight, remove all pinned videos. There he is. Found you. Look at all them sevens and hearts. Guys, this is what you're needing. Everyone keeps coming to me and telling me, like, we need to hear why Charles started, why he's here, why all this, why all that. So we really need to hear from Charles Lee himself. So I'm going to go ahead and give the floor to you, Charles. I know you're doing some things today. So we want to really dig deep from the foundation. So what everyone's been asking is your why, and why is having your why so important in starting a foundation?
Yeah, good question. Why? Like, why did I do this? Why? Why? Because my life sucked. That's why. It sucked. That's why. It really sucked. I was, between Nicole and I, 4 kids, working as a poker dealer. I think in a lot of like similar situations with a lot of you, where you only make a certain amount. And when you have 4 kids, right, and a wife, you want to be a man that provides. At least that's how I felt. And it just wasn't enough with the income that I was making. I believe I was making like what, 46,000 a year uh, in my poker casino income, and that was my cap. And my outgoing every month between getting the children's school, overhead, house expense, car expense was around 3,200 a month. So I was making 3,200 to 3,600 a month because a lot of my living is based on tips, and I have to show up to go to work. So how am I living? I'm making, if my outgoing is 3,200, but I'm making 3,600, 32 to 3,600, how am I living? God forbid, like an emergency happened, right? Or I get like a car issue. Man, life was rough. And like, how long can you go through that? As you're going through it, something happens to your car. It's $800 to fix, $1,200 to fix. You don't have it. Life sucks, And I could just remember those days so vividly, where we were just so stressed out how we're gonna make our next month's rent. For real, like that's just like, I would imagine a lot of us understand that. And what can you do? There's even actually a video of Nicole like coming out. We're coming out of South Point, and she's just yelling out all kinds of expletives like, "Man, I'm married to a fighter, an entrepreneur, and I am effing broke. Came here to Vegas to make a living, and here I am effing broke." And that was she did it with a smile, but you can feel her pain. You guys won't ever want to see the video. I mean, like I heard that our lives sucked. So because of that, we both, between her and I, with the savings that I was able to have before I met her, we tried various things because we just knew that we needed more supplemental. I don't get, and Nicole is the kind of hustler where she would be out in the street promoting clubs, and she did that. She was an OPC at her full-time job, working at the jockey club, and on her off time, she would go out into the street and see if anyone wanted to go nightclub because you get paid X amount per head. That's the dire situation that we were in. And so, like, we just needed to figure something out. So we invested on a number of things to see if any darts that we threw hit. And that would mean like there's business ideas that may cost like, 5,000, 6,000, 12,000 here. Try it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Maybe we can make it work, because I think, well, I knew between my wife and I, we both knew that we need to have a business that we call our own if we ever wanted to see financial freedom. Like realistically, we just kind of had it in our head that if we ever work for somebody, we're never going to see that freedom. If we have to collect a paycheck, we're never going to see that freedom. So we're, bound by a golden handcuff. It's the truth. There's no denying it. And no matter how hard you work, you're only going to make X amount. So not only like did that, realize upon us, that was our world and reality, that income wasn't changing and we were going through that. We were feeling that. And it sucks when you have to go into credit cards, max out your credit cards. And I'm the kind of person, and I think a lot of people are like that too. Maybe it's my pride or something. Maybe it's the way I grew up. It's hard for me to ask for help. I could never do it. I would rather, I don't know, I would rather just not eat than ask for help. That's the kind of person that I've always been. So it was always hard. So then we discovered this platform in a time where we needed some kind of pathway. Any path. Any path. Because our life sucks so bad, our whys were to get, look, we want just a better life. Anything that allows us to breathe just a little bit more. I don't want to feel stressed out that we're riding on zero every single month. Yeah, even if I made 400 extra a month on top of like what my expenses were, really like enough, like buy groceries. You're just about done for the month. For real. It didn't go beyond us to get government assistance either. We had to do what we had to do to make sure our kids had better welfare. See what I did there? And I wasn't prideful enough, and Nicole was the one who, got our kids on Medicaid, all of that. At least we had health insurance through the government or the state or however she set that up. So, you know, us. And
You're cutting out a little bit.
am I chopping up?
Yeah, you're back. There you are. You're good.
Is it still bad?
No, you're good right now.
Am I good now?
Yes.
All right. So I probably have about another 5 more minutes with you. So I guess our lives were so bad that we're just willing to do whatever it took to change that. And when we saw this platform and the ability
Charles.
Nicole did. She got in. She did Courtney. Hello?
We're here. I don't know where you are.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you are now.
Your audio and video are breaking up.
Let's see, where'd he go? Try to get him on here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, there you are.
All right. Looks like I don't have that much time with you guys because this right over here, I'm picking up my son, just so you guys know. Cool. So anyway, it was a rough ride. So when we saw this platform, a pathway to potentially get out, that was enough for us. So I think this was a platform that we decided to put all our eggs in, and we just honestly went to work. So our why was honestly get our family to a better situation. Period. That's it. And ideally, if I were to define it, we ideally wanted to make 7,500 a month. That was our happy number. If we can make 70, that essentially doubled my income. So if we can make 7,500 a month, that was enough for us. Well, on our pathway there, as you know, not only were we building, but we were meeting people that were like-minded, just like we were, just like you, all of us. We all have something in common. And the thing that we all have in common is we just want a better life, change, some level of improvement. So, I think that's where it starts. And that was enough.
What? No.
Oh, wait, where'd it go, Charles? Hold on.
Hello?
There you are. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I know like I'm very limited on time here. And so that was our why, just for a little bit of better improvement into our household. And we were willing to do whatever it took. So 7,500, that was our magic number. And I think the rest is history. We blew way past that, obviously.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a bunch of stuff going through the chat right now as far as what their whys are. They want to be able to live a less stressful life. So they're going to be doing some homework on what their why is, kind of filling out some information for themselves, because I know everyone has a different why. And I know, Charles, you're driving to pick up Shane at the moment. So guys, let's go ahead and put in the chat box. Thank you to Charles. We really appreciate you taking your time out of your day. I know it's Monday, Shane's in school. There's a lot going on at the household there, as we saw some good news and such with Alex. Congratulations on such a successful road. And I know it is not over. It's just the tip of the iceberg.
That's right. That's right.
Just the tip of the iceberg. So.
All right, back to you, Courtney. Love you. And get your whys down and get your vision board, get your goals up and running. That's so critically important for you to define what your success is. And once you define what your success is, then you know what you're going to be working toward to.
Thank you so much. Well, Charles, we'll let you go and I will call you later.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
See you guys. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Awesome. How was that, everybody? Let's go ahead and spotlight here. We've got some people still kind of joining in, and I want to go back and open up something that we have for Charles here. All right. So I want to screen share this for you guys, because I know you guys have a lot of things for as far as, your why. You guys can make a why worksheet for you, because my why is very everybody else's why. Now, for myself, I am not married. I don't have children. However, there are things that I would personally like for myself. So for my why, yes, being financially free for myself, I'm able to pull out money right now and go buy a brand new car. I can go buy myself diamonds, as I have done in the last couple of weeks. I can buy what I want to buy. But my goal is for myself is to be able to, when I have children, I want to be able to be at home with them. Now, for myself, I was a nanny. I was also a school teacher for 17 years. I was the one picking up the kids off the school bus. I was the one doing their homework for them. I was the one teaching them how to set the table. That was me. I was mom, right? I was that second mom for these kids. But for myself, I want to be able to do that for them. I don't want somebody else to do that, right? If you guys are moms, do you guys get that? You want to be home with your kids. You want to teach them. You want to help them. You want to do things. That's me. That's what my why is. I want to be able to do things for my family when I have that for myself. Does that make sense to you guys? Yes, yes, yes in the chat box. Okay. So yes, that's me. Okay. I want to be that because I don't have that. That's what I'm thriving for. That's what my goal is. So now that I can, it's been 4.5 years since I've worked a 9 to 5. I can now say that I am home to be able to take care of what I need to take care of home. And when that time comes, I will be able to do that. So your worksheet, and you guys can take a screenshot of this. There's plenty of things online that you can gather if you'd like, but finding your why. What is the most important thing in your life? What do you love doing? Why is it important to you? Okay, there's a double one on here. What's your definition of success? Because everyone's definition of success is different, and define that. Okay. So Deanna, you don't need that sponsor. You have us, right? You're here right now. You're literally here right now. We're giving you the plan. Every single class, and we'll go over the corporate classes, but every single class that you have, that's who your mentors are. Okay. So I did have on here. Okay. We had Charles and your why, and I wrote this here. Your why needs to be so deep, and I really, really want you to think about this today and the next couple of days. Your why has to be so deep and personal and meaningful that it brings you tears because of the core of your passion and your drive. When your purpose is powerful enough to move you emotionally, it serves as an unbreakable anchor, keeping you grounded and focused. Even in the face of adversity, it should touch something so profound within you that is giving up feelings impossible because you can cost nothing pursuing. Right? You literally have to dig deep. It may not be right now because you're thinking about it. We're here. But when you sit down, put on some music, sit down, really start writing down a handful of different things and put it together. Because if somebody comes into you and asks you, Nikki Lowe, what is your why? Why are you here? Why are you doing this? I know when she comes and she starts talking, I can feel that emotion through her body. I can feel that through her eyes. Yes, right, Nikki? I know I can feel that through her. And I felt that even during convention when I put that. Okay, here, I'll put this in here for you guys. Okay, here you go. I asked. Okay. So that is what you guys are going to do. Okay. That is, I cry when I think of my wife, financially free to give my mom the life she has always deserved and sacrifice for my brother. Okay. So even when I have to sit down and really think about that, yes. Okay. So things I want you guys to think about. And today we're just doing some goals, some vision boards. So what motivates you? Identify that excitement, that drive you take into action. What gets you out of bed in the morning? It is Monday. Some of y'all had work, but you still made it. What keeps you going? Even if you're writing sticky notes all over the walls on your bathroom, read them every single day. What are your core values? To find that principle that makes the most to you. Are you motivated? What motivates you? Financial freedom for your family, your impact? Is it the security? What motivates you? What brings you joy? Reflect on what makes you generally happy. Activities or experiences. Who do you want to help? I want you guys to really consider the people, the causes that you want to serve. I love helping other people. I know income will come. I help and help and help. I tell agents all the time, here's my phone number, call me, call me, call me, call me, call me. I'm always available. If I'm not, it's because I'm sleeping or I'm on a meeting. What legacy do you want to leave? Think long term. What do you want to be remembered for? How do you want to make an impact on the world or even for yourself and your family? What are you willing to sacrifice? Do you guys watch TV? Do you guys watch TV? Are you on the Netflix? Do you watch TV? Just be honest. Are you watching television shows? Are you watching anything? right? Do you have a Netflix account? Anyone on Netflix, Hulu? Do you have all these things? Because if you do, where's your mindset right now? What are you willing to sacrifice? If you're going out on a Friday night because the girls want you to go out, that's fine. But while you're out and about, somebody else is also at home working their business. So what are you willing to sacrifice from now until that goal? From now until the end of the month, now until April 30th, which is the cutoff time. Make that known, write that down. April 30th is a very important date. We have a date. Okay. What problems do you want to solve? Identify challenges. Why couldn't you resolve these issues? What is it that you're having a hard time with that can be fixed? Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and give you one other thing here that Charles and I gathered. One moment. Does this all make sense, guys? This list, I can give you the list too on Evo Enterprise, so you have that. And then where's my other one here? Okay, and this one you guys can screen share as well. Again, there's many options out there you guys can use. Is I want you from now until next week when we come see each other to fill out your why and to fill out your goal sheet. You can actually use this from now until the end of August, and then you can have another goal sheet from now until the end of the year, so 4 months, and another one from now until long-term of 8 months. So you should have at least 3 of what you want to do monthly, what you want to do short-term goals from now until the end of the year, and your long-term goals from now until April 30th. What steps will you take towards your goal? Does that mean you're going to talk to 10 people a day? What are your top priorities? What is your to-do list? Guys, you can even use this for travel bookings. You can use this for your personal stuff. It doesn't have to just be team building, but it's a really good goal setting worksheet for you guys to have. Okay. So I want you guys to utilize this tool. So when we come back next week, I'm going to be asking you guys, did you fill out your goal setting sheet? And let's see. Okay. How do we make it happen? Deanna, you're right here. That's how you make it happen. You come to our classes, you go to all the corporate classes, right? All of them. There are plenty of people here to assist you. There's plenty of people to help you. You have a platinum. You have a founder council member. I don't know exactly who that person is, but we can find that person for you. Okay, they are available for your plan. Okay. I'll put it on the enterprise. Okay. And then you guys can use this as my group is using this right now. You can fill this in with your full name. Okay. My name is, and fill it out. My goal is achieve the rank of, and give yourself a date. If it's now until the end of the month, do so. If it's now until the end of the year, have another one. It's now until the end by April 30th, have another one. Have 3 if you need to. Have yourself a goal time frame. If you need to sign it, sign it. Right? Sign it. So you guys can take a picture of this and then you're able to go on Canva, put it on Canva and be able to fill out your entire name on there. Okay, so you should have your full name because you're not just any Bianca, you have a last name. Francine, you have a last name. Tandri, you be Tandri, right? My goal is to achieve the rank of, right there. Okay, is this something that you guys would want to use? You can take this, put it in your group. You can take this and put it somewhere so you're able to see it and look at it every day and you're making yourself accountable for this. Okay, Bianca, they're my sheets, so I'll post them where I can and then you can just grab it. Okay, or you can take a screenshot of it. There's plenty of them on Canva for you. Now, the next thing I want you guys to start working on is a vision board. Okay, we're going all the way back to the beginning. I want you to create a vision board. You all should have Canva. Canva is free. You guys have Canva? Yes, yes, yes. In the chat box, you guys all have Canva. Canva is absolutely free. Okay, if it has it says pro, you can choose to buy it. You don't have to, but you can choose the ones of the vision boards that are absolutely free. Like this one is absolutely free. right? So find the ones that are free. When you find the one that you're liking, you go ahead and open it up. You can literally customize the templates that's on here. Okay. You have yours on your office wall. Perfect. Okay, it's a little slow, but when you have it on here, think of all the things that you want for your vision board. It can be a mix of personal, it could be a mix of business. If you want to separate the two, you can. There's many here. You don't have to use obviously this one. You can choose any of the ones that you're wanting, but I want you to create a vision board. I know it's for 2024. You can go ahead and just remove that if you like. Okay, and just your vision board. Have that on your wall, have it on your phone. Okay, so I want you guys to create a vision board. And I know you guys are asking about corporate stuff here, so we'll go into what you guys are asking about here. Everyone should be on the Facebook Evolution Enterprise Facebook page. This is our corporate page for everybody. So everybody should be on there. Let me go ahead and open it up for you guys. And then I have a question for you guys as well. Okay, so when you guys go on the Facebook page, let me go ahead and put this in here. I think it's Charles's it's about as slow and just as much as mine is. Yeah, it's slow too. There it is. The Evolution Enterprise page, okay? This is for all active travel agents in our company. We post all the flyers here for you guys, all your classes. You guys, you'll see announcements of who's booking. You'll see who's achieving their ranks, right? So Christina's on here. She just had a spotlight for Ellen, okay? This was for class. This was from David McCovey. So everyone's here. There are questions that you must answer. So go ahead, you can go ahead and invite, your mentor can invite you in as well. You can invite yourself. You just have to answer the questions. So then we're able to approve you. Okay. So, and then when you guys have your classes here, it says recent media. You guys can see all the recent media that's on here as well. So all of your classes and all the recent items that have been posted. Okay, we've got all the Q&A sessions here. You see here, travel Q&A, sunrise, which is a phone call while you guys are getting dressed in the mornings. Go on to the sunrise inspiration. We have night classes. We have Evo Plus. We've got corporate presentations, all your corporate trainings. You guys, this is every Monday. You take a look at every Tuesday. Let me see if I can enlarge this here. Okay, if you see every first and third Tuesdays a month, you have a profit pool class with Christina and Ashley. You have an Evo Plus with Tommy. You've got Christina Bertels who does new agent basics. You have Charles who does his power hour as well. It's all right there for you guys. So everyone's saying they don't know what classes to go to. It's literally right here. Get yourself a calendar, write it down, and then go ahead and mark it. Your teams have calendars already set for you. It's already inputted. All the stuff is inputted for you on their calendar, which is also on the back office, and it's here as well. Okay, so everybody should be a part of this. Okay, next we're gonna go, and I want to talk to you guys. I know usually I let you guys speak before we go into anything, but I know Charles was having some stuff done. But I always like to leave the beginning for you guys. So I know it's been some time since I've seen you, and I want you guys to go ahead if you'd like to unmute. And if you went to convention, how was it? Very brief, how was that convention? For those of you who didn't attend or couldn't attend or just started, we have a convention every year. So very brief, if you'd like to come on, say hello. How was
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
The Marisol, Nancy, Tawana.
Yes. I'm Tawana Levine. I've been with the company for 5 years, but this year was the first time I was able to go to convention.
Wow.
And it was so much more than I could have ever imagined. And I learned so much. The people, everybody was so nice. And I was just mind blown. And I'm going next year. So
Awesome. Well, we love to hear that. So when you guys are in the back office, you're able to see the convention tab is there. Let me go ahead and show you if you haven't done so already. If you haven't heard already, we're having Evo at Sea. As you see in the chat box, many people have gone. If you haven't had a chance, here it is while the tickets are still hot. Okay, you're able to scan for that. Make sure you read all the fine print and everything. Okay, so it was.
Courtney, do you know when the cruise tickets come out? Because I bought my ticket right then and there.
Right, so if you take a look at the link, it says cruise booking link coming soon.
Okay.
So it'll all be there for you. Don't worry. Now, the next thing I want to give the floor to those who have anything they want to say as far as you have a new agent on your team. If you ranked up with them last time we saw you, what's your status? I always like to give the floor to you guys. So let me stop the screen, especially if you are here. I know you guys like to, I like you guys to speak out.
Hey, Courtney, it's Mark.
Ah, it's Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Courtney.
Hi.
Number one, you are, as always, a fountain of knowledge, and thank you for bringing Charles on. I needed those words of wisdom today because I've been dealing with a very difficult situation with a change in cruise dates and blah, blah, blah today. So, I unfortunately was not able to make convention this year due to a medical issue again. I will be there next year. I have bought my tickets. So my wife and I will both be there.
Okay.
So, and she's actually coming as a non-agent attendee because she's helping me with, or is going to help me with my business. But just from the notes that I have gotten from my team, we got a Google Doc of 25 pages of notes. And I've been using those and reading over those, and just some of the knowledge that I've gained from those notes alone has been incredible. Now, I wish I could have been there to see Daniel G speak. I wish somebody had recorded it. I could have seen all that, but I've been following his Instagram, and I get a lot of knowledge and wisdom from that as well. But next year, I will have my IATN card because of a huge group booking I have that will close out at the beginning of November. So plus all these other bookings, so I get to be recognized in front of everybody at the reception, which is awesome. I am working towards gold. I am revamping my team building as we speak. So yeah, I mean, things couldn't be better for my business right now.
Sounds great, Mark, and I'm so excited to meet you.
Yes.
It's going to be really great, a little different on a ship, but we love different, and we're always going to be able to have open arms for everybody. I'm actually going to pull up Daniel G's Instagram here for you guys. You guys can go ahead and follow him online. So let me go ahead and screen share that.
And just on a personal note for you, Courtney, you need to come and run the Sioux Falls Marathon half marathon in Sioux Falls this year, so I can come up and cheer you on.
Put on my list, send me the info. There's Daniel G. He was our guest at convention. There is a lot of amazing information that this man had provided us. So I want you guys to go ahead and follow, because you know what? There's little tidbits here and there, right? There's one right here. I need some time to think about it. Sales is a trade-off. Sales is the best profession. I know you're guaranteed if you quit. You guys need to listen to every single person, not just us. Listen to everybody, okay? He's got a lot of knowledge for you guys to go ahead and gather.
Can I also say this, Courtney, about Mike Archer's sales training too? Mike's sales training
yeah,
is absolutely amazing. I mean, if you've never been in sales before, or if you have, his sales training is right on point too. And that's also helped me increase my business by 300 to 400% this year alone. So I recommend it to all of my team members. I've had 4 of my team members graduate from his class, and they're seeing a 200% increase in their sales. So, and that course is free. It's on Mondays at 11 Pacific.
Great.
So
Something we'll
I
do.
recommend that one too to all of my agents, but it's just another tool in our arsenal, guys.
Thank you. So I did put the link in for Daniel G. Remember, he is one of the top, he is the top world top travel sales professional. Gosh, if you see here, spoken at 620 plus events globally, and we had him. Okay, so definitely follow him along. Anybody else that would like to share? I know there's a lot of you here. Is there anything you guys want to share? Because next week we'll be going over more of the foundation. So we're literally starting from the beginning. We're going back to basics, starting from the beginning. So today I just want you to start on goals and what you have. You have that little area for your vision board. You have that little spot where you can post online and give yourself a time frame.
I have a question, if that's okay.
Yes, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
So I do have a friend that definitely wants to join. She did the meeting. She did the meeting last week. She just doesn't want to join till the day after Labor Day because of a lot of things going with her kid's school, which I thought would be fine. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
For team building.
Just keep in contact with her.
Oh, she's one of my good friends. She definitely wants to do it. So
Yeah.
I'm keeping contact. That's fine. She doesn't have to redo a meeting right before anything. Okay.
No,
That's
I
it.
mean,
Hey, Courtney.
it's still, hold on, Nikki. You should still have them, maybe do a 3-way call with your mentor, your platinum, your gold, somebody, so they can get even more excited, you know?
Oh, okay. I would definitely, I mean, I will ask Jody if that's possible, but she's down.
Sounds good. Well, congrats.
Thank you.
Yes, and I think Nikki, was that you?
It was I. Hi, guys. Can everyone hear me okay? I have my
Yes.
headphones in. Okay, cool.
Great,
So if you know me, you know I'm very passionate when I speak. And this is really just an opportunity, since we have 137 participants, to just hype you up and be your own cheerleader, because we all start from somewhere. I started from ground zero, just like Charles. I mean, if you were at convention, you heard me talk. I was negative in my bank account when I joined. And the biggest shift is mindset, right? And it's really like when you are in, you know, in a crappy spot in your life, the only difference between you and me and Charles and Courtney and anyone else is mindset. And it's your ability to utilize your resources, which means really tap into the resources and use them, because you could be given all the resources in the world. And if you choose not to use them, then you're not being resourceful. And there's absolutely nothing in the world that can help you make that mindset shift. So be your own cheerleader. Don't fall into the victim mentality. The second you tell yourself that you can't do something, you won't be able to, right? It's really just you hyping yourself up, fighting your ego and your subconscious, especially if it's at war with itself. It's always going to be like that. But the only difference is from where I was at a year ago to now is how strong I've built my mind through podcasts, through this team, through this community. And I was just calculating. I mean, I'm gold, by the way, but I'm going to be platinum next year. I'm going to walk on that stage and I will be platinum. I'm having a team meeting later with my agents regarding team building specifically, because I want them to set goals and I want to hold them accountable every single week to say, okay, this is where you were last week. This is your goal. Well, how do we get that goal? We have to work backwards, right? If you guys are at 0, but you want to be bronze by September 21st to be eligible for that $500 raffle. Is it 500 for bronze? I think maybe 250. And then 500 for silver,
Well,
1,000 for
Charles.
gold, and then through Charles, and then platinums are everyone gets a cruise if you're a platinum. But you have to hold yourself accountable, right? And if your sponsor isn't there, or you don't have a sponsor that maybe hypes you up, tap into people that do, right? We all have YouTube channels, or most of us do. I know I have my YouTube channel, but you can't just count on our community, right? You got to tap into resources like Daniel G. Dean Graziosi has been like my biggest mentor in this entire process. And I actually get to go to his entrepreneurship academy at the headquarters next week. So I'm super stoked about that. But you have to own your future because no one else will.
So with that being said, thank you so much, Nikki, for sharing. Even though it's Nikki Love, I won't be like Nikki Love. But I want to go into, with that, you just brought me into what I want to go into next, which is your story, right? So perfect timing. Thank you, Nikki. So with your story, I want you also to write down who you are. It shouldn't be too long, very short and simple. I want you to really dig deep, because I know Christina had mentioned before that your story doesn't always have to be sad, right? It could be a very happy story. Everyone's going to be different. Your chapter, this is a new chapter. We are now flipping the page and starting chapter 1. Who are you? Dig deep in who you are from the past. For myself, you know, I can go back until when I was about 20 years old. My mother kicked me out because she just didn't want girls anymore and took every penny that I had, took the car, took the money, took my social security card, she took it all. I was left with nothing.
Thank God.
So I was walking the streets in New York City, bouncing around from friend to friend to friend, you know, eating bagels in the corner of bagel shops, doing what I needed to do to survive for myself. That's me. I grew up in a very nice household, a very large home. But what was missing there was love and affection and everything else. So everyone's going to be different. Find your love language and what you deserve for happiness. Now, from there, you know, I moved to Atlanta. I've been to many places, but I had to find my way. This just came out of nowhere. But when you really think about your story, I went from $0, and let me show you this here. I went from $0 to my back office now. Now there's obviously more in there, but I went from $0 to what I have now. So that means, question is, if I can do it with $0, and at the beginning of Evolution Travel, we didn't have a travel cafe, we didn't have all these forms, we didn't have all these corporate presentations, we didn't have Calendly, we didn't have these major Zoom meetings at all, we didn't have, the credit card authorization form was very different then. We didn't have Mike Archer travel trainings. We didn't have all these things. So if we, as the original people of your Elite 8 members, your original Founder Council members, and myself, if we can do it and get to executive, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, then why can't you? Right? Why can't you? Because you can. You have to sit down. There's 24 hours in a day. What are you doing within those 24 hours? Who's working? Is anybody working a 9 to 5? Yes, in the chat box, I see some hands up. If you're working a 9 to 5, yes, just yes, me or yes. Do you have a lunch break? 30 minutes, an hour. Do you have a lunch break? Okay, I see a lot of yeses. Tell me in the chat box, what are you doing? Be honest, because I can tell you what I was doing during lunch. What were you doing? What are you currently doing during lunch? Even if you're new, what are you doing during that 30 minutes to an hour lunch break? Eating and walking, okay? Sleeping, sacrificing food down. So everyone's going to be different. I can tell you what I was doing during lunch break because I knew I did not want to work anymore. That's me. Not saying you have to quit your job, but I didn't want to work anymore. Being a teacher was great, loved it, but not paying the bills where I was at all. So that means I need to sacrifice. If I'm eating lunch talking to my coworkers because I'm telling them all about my business every single day. Eating lunch, calling my mentor, eating lunch, watching a video, eating lunch, going to one training that we had, eating lunch, writing down notes, eating lunch, calling my clients, multitasking. So what are you doing to have that lunch? Need to sleep, take a power nap, and get to work. if you're off work hours, what are you doing after that? Because while the kids were watching Trolls for the 10th time on the couch, I'm there with my laptop doing some work. What are you doing? You need to let them, hey, I had a red button and a green button, a red light and a green light. When the red light was on, while I was with the kids, that means don't talk to me for an hour. The door's closed, right? If the green light went on, that means you can talk to me. You have to set the boundaries going. I'm here, mom, dad, I'm here, I'm doing this. And when it's done, then we can go out, we can have fun, but obviously spend time, right? Does that make sense? Anybody want to chime in?
Courtney,
Dan.
this is Marisol. Can you hear me?
Hi, Marisol.
Hey, okay. My mentor is Heather Birch, and she's awesome.
There's other.
And so,
She's
hey, and Sophia is also awesome. Heather can vouch for me. I December 23rd, 2023, went to visit my daughters. I got my luggage and I tripped, fell, passed out, and broke my lip and broke 2 ribs in my back. And so the 2 weeks that I was in Atlanta, I barely could breathe. I didn't go to the hospital. I'm a military veteran. And I said to myself, you know what? If I broke 2 ribs, most likely I would be screaming bloody hell, you know? Well, spent 2 weeks in Atlanta, came back to Orlando, went the following day, the 2nd of January, to veterans, and they said, you broke 2 ribs in your back. And I'm like, what? So anyhow, they couldn't do anything. 7 days later, the day that I joined, I passed out in my kitchen. I'm having a lot of medical issues. Passed out in my kitchen, knocked myself out again, broke another rib in my chest, and crushed my right foot. So, no, oh, you don't know the half of it. Heather can tell you everything that I've gone through and what I'm still going through. Yesterday, I had 3 MRIs, one on my brain, one on my spine, and one on my back. But I'm not going to tell you why right now. But some people might know what it is. But the point is that the state day that I joined, I crushed my right foot and broke another rib. Spent 2 weeks in the hospital, a week at rehab. I've been in a wheelchair since the 8th of January until like 4 months ago. Then my surgeon, I told him about my left foot locking up for years, 37 years after the military. My foot just got worse and worse and worse. It finally locked up, and the surgeon finally, this guy, listened to me, and I had foot surgery, drilled into my ankle, filled in a hole with liquid bone. But he told me that if it locked up again, he would have to break my ankle, put new bone and screws. And that's where I'm heading right now. But anyhow, Heather and I, our first meeting was at the hospital. She can tell you that. She can confirm it.
Well, I'm glad you have Heather there for you.
And, so I have tried to work the business, but with all my health issues, I mean, I've gotten team members and some of them have quit for XYZ reasons. But like I told Heather, now that I'm back, basically, I mean, not altogether health-wise, but I told her that's it, full time. Because I'm a disabled veteran, and so I have all the time in the world except for all of my hospital and doctor visits. Today, I joked around with people and I said, my own wing, I need a wing with my name on it. Because, you know, they make fun of me. And also my lawyer's husband sent me a picture of bubble wrap and he said, I'm going to buy this for you.
Well, just know that we appreciate you. We thank you for your service, and you do what you can. Everybody's got so many things going on day by day. take the 24 hours and split it up on what you can do.
Right.
Because you will get to where you want to be. Everyone's on a different road. We're not all on the same path. We're doing many different things with kids, not kids. But I want you to know that there's a finish line and I don't want you to stop at it. You must keep going through it.
Right.
Okay. So we really appreciate it. And I want you guys to kind of take a look at this here. Now, I want you to start going to the presentations. Listen to each and every one of them. Everyone teaches differently, right? Every teacher teaches differently, but there's no reason why you can't go on them and listen to them. Dissect everything that they have to say. Learn everything about this business back and forth, up and down. With your eyes closed, I can tell you everything about the business because I know the dates, I know everything. So go ahead and go on corporate presentations, even if you don't have somebody that is attending, at least you're attending so you can hear it. Here, go look at the slides, hear how each one of them tell you about the slides, hear their verbiage, hear their story. Okay, so dissect it. You're all in the right direction. So I just want you to go over your goals. So we're just going to do goals for now until the end of the month, now until the end of the year, now until April 30th, because that is the cutoff. Okay. Anything else before we say goodbye? Next week, we'll be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things for our foundation. So we're going to start from the foundation up. So we understand everything starts at the beginning, just like a home. You got to build a home from the foundation and you have to build it up. I can tell you now, even from me being on stage, if you asked me to be on stage 7 years ago, I'd probably laugh in your face. And I'd be like, no, I have that video too. And I've like almost bawled out crying on stage. So, but now it's really very easy. So anything else you guys want to share before we head off?
This is Sherry. I just signed up my first person.
Ah, congratulations. Put the congrats in the chat box. Woo, woo, woo. Definitely contact your mentor so you guys can get on a phone together, congratulate them, do all the things that you guys have a list of, and we'll have a list for ourselves here as well. But you guys are on the right path. It all starts right here. Charles, the only thing that man really has done for me, he's done so much, but the main thing is this right here. If you can't, you have to fix this right here. And it's every single day, one day at a time. One day at a time. It's not overnight. Trust and believe it's not overnight. Okay.
Thank you, Courtney. This is Diana, and I got my first travel agent, and welcome back.
Well, congratulations. I know you were just in the chat box saying, I don't have anybody. We're right here. We're like, for those people going, hello, we're right here for you. Congratulations. See, it does work. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Again, my name is Courtney Palladino. When we have my 8th year anniversary, we'll do something super special. I will see you guys next week. I'll see you at the beaches of the world. If not, guys, we'll see you at the bank. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.